Don't blink, it's your boy again. Welcome to the show. It's doing well. This 29th of July 2024. It is warm AF. It is 30 degrees. We're supposed to go to the restaurant. We crossed another path, which was the bicycle road, and we couldn't do it. Look at this. However, it's a good day. We're going out, which is good. I want to go out at least once a week, so that's my once a week. See, look at this shit. And we're up today. How nice is this? A coastal town. It's funny. I did you see, you guys know me, right? I'm always obsessed with balance. I always talk about balance. And I'm always talking about two sides of the argument, right? I had to go because people think I'm filming them. I'm not filming you guys. Please, understand that if I'm talking to the camera, just so I'm pointing myself, right? We made a video like yesterday about the joy of why I'm so glad I did the video. I started making videos as an older person, right? And, it's kind of crazy, but let's go with and again, disclaimer, this is all in my head, this is all a perception, this is all an hypothesis because it never happened, right? Let's talk about multiverse and different timeline, and on the timeline that did exactly that, right? Let's pretend for just a second. And it's not because I want to see the good points, and it's funny making that video because that video is self-torture. There's no point in making that video. However, for the purpose of being merciful, for the purpose of being just and equal and trying to please everybody, as always, because we're human nature, the pleasing and the conquering, right? I did a video about that too yesterday. See, it's kind of crazy because it's a repetition of things, but it's a repetition that just happened yesterday. Your body, your brain doesn't have a fully understand that concept. I'm talking when I'm talking. You can see that this is fled. I'm thinking, right? And that's the video. The pros of making content young is life is going to teach you a lot. Believe me not, your boy was suffering from social anxiety at 20 years old, right? At 20 years old, I made my first channel. It didn't work. At 22 years old, I was depressed. And I went through depression for a year and a half, big depression. And I became agoraphobe, so couldn't leave the house. Social anxiety. I wouldn't call people because I was trying to call people. Even nowadays, when it's time to call people, I have a hard time. It's funny. If it's for content, I don't care. If it's my father, my mom, my father, I'm okay with that. But it's still the case of fucking flies, dude. It's still the case of oh, you see, it's not a fly, it's a mosquito. Just killed you. It's a mosquito. Fucking even worse. I hate mosquito. See, it's a context of like if there's more to it. Like, oh, you need to call the dentist. You need to call the bank. I'm shy. It's not a social anxiety. It's not that bad. I know if I did some content before, I would have learned some lesson. I know if I learned some content before, made some content before, I would be much bigger than I am right now. Right? Maybe for the wrong reason. Who knows? But I would be much bigger than now, and the social anxiety would have been better. See, the thing is, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. We're talking about a purpose, a fate, right? Predestination. See, if I did content before, I would have been more sociable. And if I was more sociable, even if I had the job that I had, I would have still been bullied. I would have been able to handle the bullying better. And if I've been able to handle the bullying better, I would be the person I am today, right? So it's all part of a big plan. And we're all powerless in the face of that, which is a beautiful thing. You don't want to control your life. You want your life to be full of surprise, to be out of your control, to be sometimes amazing, sometimes shitty. That's part of life, you know? And if I start making content a lot, yeah, the positive thing, if I start making content earlier, we talked about yesterday, the energy, the growth. I feel like there's nothing better to see than an artist grow as a person. You can hate the fact that they're growing. I was watching this short, right, with Jacksepticeye, which I never saw. I never saw the videos. I think maybe he's a good dude. I don't know. And he was saying like, oh, somebody said, I miss the old Jacksepticeye. And the guy said a beautiful answer. He said, you don't miss the old Jacksepticeye. You miss how time were back then. You miss how my video made you feel. And that's a beautiful thing because you miss how the old time were. It's out of your control. You miss how my video used to make you feel. It's out of your control, right? And it's a shame. And you see Jacksepticeye, and especially him. I'm gonna take him as an example. It was beautiful, right? He made some content as a young guy, which was gaming. Now he's older, and you can see that he's moving on a little bit. He's making content that is more so. It's more so sculpting. Even Markiplier. Markiplier is another great example of starting young. Markiplier started young, and if you look at Markiplier is Mark, his real name, and a plier is supposed to be multiplier, where he does multiple characters. Now he never did those characters. Why? Because the only thing that people gave a fuck about was the gaming. As a kid, you don't really understand the feeling of not having to please anyone. I basically not understand it right away. See? And that's just life. It's the way thing is. It's just the way life is. And I understand it now, but so my boy. One sucks, and only one sucks. Kind of fuck with that shit. That's swaggers. It's also the simple explanation that if I was younger, I could have evolved with you guys, and it's always gonna be like, oh, would have been a better person. See, before yesterday we did videos on future trunks, right? The future trunk is completely different. It's another subject, but when you think about it, it's very simple. If you know Dragon Ball, I'm sweating a lot. If you look at the context of Future Trunk was born in a reality where there's no father, there's no Goku, right? And everything he learned, it was from Gohan. And then we got Present Trunk, which was raised by Vegeta. It's different trunks. And all that matters was he had a father, right? I grew up not having a lot of friends. I made a lot of friends here. Here, there, here, and just in the middle. Even learned self-love. I mean, that's what I needed for better. I needed more friends. Yeah? Different timeline. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You cannot escape your past. You can change your future. Right? And I feel the older you get, the more you're in the future you are. It's stupid to say. I'm in the future because I'm 45 years old. I'm in the future because I'm 60 years old. You're in the future, but you're in the future of your own lifetime. You got more behind you than in front of you. At 31, I'm reaching that halfway point. Now with the neural link and things like that, I don't know. Eternity, immortality, it's a possibility. However, I don't know. Anywho, know that I love you, that you matter. I'll see you guys soon. Take it easy. Peace. If I say blind.